Okay, folks, this is the way you do the sewer if you're not familiar with it. This is a universal connector to sewers. They have different thread sizes. You screw this into the sewer line provided at the campground, and not real tight because they're a bear to get back out if you make them real tight. This is a connector to go to your sewer lines. Once you get this in the ground, you just put this in. See, it's got 4 little ears on it, go into these 4 little notches. Basic kindergarten threading stuff. So now you have this in the ground going to your sewer line. You take one of these hoses, both of them, however, whatever you need, and it connects here, like so.
Please note you would be wearing gloves.
And this other end connects to the drain line, which is connects to the drain line, which is right here. This hole says gray water, black water. Black water being the actual holding tank for the potty, the gray water being the holding tank for the showers and sink. This end of your sewer line, this cap pops off like so. This sewer line goes under here and connects to these 4 dog ears. Just that easy. Now you're hooked up to sewer.
Okay.
Okay, ready? This is a gravity flow ramp you can use. It stretches out. You can go from the unit. You can make it whatever shape, direction you need. It goes, basically it makes, the first rule of plumbing is poo-poo flows downhill. So it makes it a downhill ramp to where you would put your, hang on a minute. You would have this in your, going to your underground. This makes it a nice ramp going uphill to tie into your unit, into the motor home. Whatever, if you need extra hose, there's extra hose. There's 2 of them. And that's it.
The next instructional video will show, Gary will show you how it has to be hooked up to flush.
Okay, for our next instructional video, we're going to talk about hooking up the water. Inside the unit, in the forward box where the electrical stuff is, you will find this little guy. It's a splitter. We like to put this on the water supply system from the campground, so we have water coming out of two hoses instead of 1. Once that's hooked up, this orange hose will hook up to one leg of the splitter. The white hose on the ground will hook up to the other. This white hose has a pressure reducer on it so we don't blow the system out of the motorhome. That has to stay on at all times when it's hooked up to the motorhome. The orange hose is for the holding tank wash system. It goes on the forward hose connector, and what you can do, you do not leave this running at all times. You just like squirt. What it does, this hose, this connector goes directly into the black water holding tank. So like when you drain it, if you clean out the holding tank, it'll be dry. You want to always add 5 gallons of water to the system, so it keeps everything moving around in the holding tank. The white hose is for fresh water to the system. It connects to this rear hose connection where it says city water connection. It also, one end hooks up to the splitter. This pressure reducer, this blue, hooks up to here. You just turn it on, make it snug, it's hooked up. Okay. When you have water going into the system, or if you're using water out of our holding tank, these control valves here have to be set to the proper setting. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 valves, and this chart right here shows you what position they have to be in. If we're hooked up to the water at a campground, it's city water. So these show the position of the valve handles. This is going up and down. The bottom handle is going up and down. This is going up and down, so you would have to turn this one up and down, okay? If you're on normal water, which is using water out of the holding tank in the coach, then it has to be on these 4 positions where it's set at now. This means the water pump will work in a thing. When you fill it up, if you fill up add water to the holding tank, it goes in through this hose, and the valves have to be in this position: down, down, horizontal, horizontal, up and down. Okay, and what it'll do, if you fill it up, underneath the unit, you'll see 3 drain hoses. You just let the water run until you see water coming out the drain hoses, and then shut it off and you're full.
Okay.
If you have to go to a dump station to dump the coach, and there's no...
Good job, Jeff.
Let's do this one now, and then I'm done.
Oh, wait a minute. Maybe the hose, that's the hose you use if you're at the dump station.
Oh. Ready?
Okay.
One more thing, if you're at a dump station and they do not have connectors, this little door right here says sewer hose. This will come out. There's basically no end to it. You always park as close as you can to the dump station, which usually will put you right here. This will connect to the bottom of the drain hose, and you just pull this out and stick it into the hole as far as you can. This stretches quite a bit, goes down into the hole, into the drain hole. Then you do your flushing, pull it out, take the hose, rinse this out, shake it. I collapse it like this, and it goes back in the hole.
Again, there's gloves in the compartment in the back for you to be using during this time. Driver's door. There's a lot of scratch marks on this side, and looks like this stuff is going to have to be replaced soon. Down there is an owie. That's a Carol owie. Never drive when you're sleepy. A couple of these doors are spotty, and I don't know if the color is wearing off or not. There's a scratch there. A little more there of paint, I think. This door has spots on it that doesn't seem to want to come off. A few marks here and there. Some marks on the door. What it needs is a real good waxing. One of these days we'll do that.